A new study indicates that we're not really socializing as much as we used to or as much as we claim we do. In fact, we go to extreme lengths to lie to our friends just so we don't have to hang out with them. Now, this is according to a survey, I should note, by an organization that isn't necessarily that credible. It's by Yelp Eat 24, okay? So this isn't a scientific survey or anything, but they decided to ask some of their users, what they do with their free time and whether or not they're as social as people think they are. And look, this coincides with another study that is credible by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. And here's what the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics found. People don't really socialize that much. Mostly people sleep almost 9 hours a day on average. Who are these people?
No,
Who are these
really?
people? Yeah. This is a study by the government. This is what they found. I can't believe people are sleeping 9 hours on average.
I know, but I feel like, I guess, good for you. I mean, go get them. Sleep away.
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, Ariana Huffington's like, yes!
Yeah, it's working. It's working, darling. Okay. Work, just under 8 hours a day they work. What the fuck? I don't believe this shit. Who sleeps 9 hours a night and then works less than 8 hours a day in America?
I think we might have a skewed perspective. I think a lot of people might work less than 8 hours. I don't know, but it seems like we're all working our ass off. I don't know.
And watch TV a bit under 3 hours. A scant 41 minutes of each average day are spent socializing in person with other humans, a number that's fallen by 9% over the past decade. So we're becoming less and less social according to what the government found, okay? So let's go to the Eat 24 survey. Here's what they found. Almost 30% of people are disappointed by nights out. More than a third are stressed out and anxious by them, and hangovers and arguments are also common side effects. So it's no surprise 80% of people admit to having made excuses to avoid going out, aka lying to your friends so you don't have to see them. You guys have no idea how good this makes me feel.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because I've been drowning in guilt over the last year and a half. Because I don't know what happened. Something just kind of switched. Where I went from wanting to go, I was going out every night of the week, getting home at 3 in the morning, waking up at 6 a.m. and then going to work. Like, that's what my days were like. But lately, for the last year and a half at least, I don't have FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. I want to be home. I don't want to have a conversation with anyone. I want to watch some Netflix and chill.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have FOMO, but it's FOMO of my couch. Yes. Like, I fear missing out on my couch. Like, oh my God, it's so inviting.
Yep.
And so, what? I got to get back there right away. Okay, no, look, the answer is balance. First of all, I'm guilty. Let's just be clear about this. I don't have time to socialize with people anymore. So I've been avoiding human beings for quite some time. Because I gotta go. Yeah. And I gotta run. Try and do a couple of jobs at once. But it's not a good thing. You should socialize. It's lovely. Interacting with other Homo sapiens is what we're built to do.
I know.
It's part of our DNA, and if you don't do it, it's not a good idea over the long run. And I also don't have time for 3 hours of TV. But I've seen other studies where TV, and especially if you combine social media, but I mean like videos on social media, it's 5 hours a day. I certainly don't have time for that. But if you do, okay, I'm not blaming you, right? I'm not mad at you. I'd like a couple hours of TV myself, relax a little bit more. But you can do a couple hours of TV and a couple hours of talking to other human beings.
I know.
You can do it. Trust me, you can do it.
But everything, I don't know what it is. Maybe things just seem harder as you get older. Everything seems like it takes too much effort, right? So I went out for 4th of July, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't want to go out for 4th of July, but I was like, I got to do it. What am I going to do, sit at home and wait for Christian to get off, and then maybe we'll go see fireworks? No, my friends are having parties. Let me go to the parties. Went to a party, did not enjoy socializing with anyone there. Just keep it at 100. My friends were there, but the party was thrown by people I didn't know. There were people that my friends knew. So my friends were doing their own thing, and then I was there just trying to mingle with others. I get caught up in conversations with dudes. Obviously, dudes are going to come and talk to me, right? And I didn't mean it that way. I did not mean it that way. But people go to parties to mingle and possibly hook up or meet someone, whatever it is. So And it's always something that I dread because I'm like, oh, we're having a great conversation and I really enjoy talking to this guy. And at some point, it's going to come out that I'm engaged and he's not going to want to talk to me anymore. And then I'm going to stand there awkwardly. And that's exactly what happened, right? Second I say that I'm engaged, the guy's like, oh, that's cool. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
You know, I love guys who are more direct than I am because I'm a sucker. I'll sit there and I'll talk to you for 20 more minutes so it doesn't seem like I'm leaving because you said you're engaged.
Yeah.
I will eventually leave because you're engaged, but I'll spend another 20 minutes to make it seem like I'm not. Okay, now, having said that, you know, I never had that perspective that women have.
Yeah.
So isn't it interesting? That's what we try to do on the show, see each other's perspectives. And so, like, I never considered that they'd be like, oh, it's kind of annoying to be at a party if you're in, you know, if you've got a boyfriend engaged or
Yes.
married,
Yeah.
because guys will only want to talk to you for sex. And if it turns out they can't have sex with you, they'll immediately stop talking to you.
Immediately.
Okay, so.
Super transparent. Like, gotta go. Gotta go.
Right. So then what's the point? And I'm like, oh, you know, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah. There is no point. That's the point. There is no point.
No, that's okay. So from my perspective, there's always a point, with the exception of nightclubs, which I'll get to in a second. Like you go to a party, I'm gonna find somebody to talk to, and you know, I'm not saying that person's gonna be interesting every time, but you make the rounds, you'll find one or two interesting people and have a really great conversation. That's my experience, and so I almost never go to an outing and then go like, oh, that sucked, I hated it, but that's partly because of the difference in perspective, right?
Yeah.
Because nobody ever comes up to me and goes, oh, I can't have sex with you, that's it, I'm not talking to you anymore.
Yeah.
I almost wish that happened, but that's not how it goes down for me. Nightclubs are my exception because they're so goddamn loud. So then what's the point? No. If you're trying to get laid and you're a good dancer, then there's a tremendous point you should be at a nightclub 24/7, right? But if you're not if you're not Rico Suave and you don't look great to begin with, you look okay, right? And your main game is, for like me, is talking, and you're like, oh, hey! How you doing?
Oh my God, I just realized why nightclubs are your personal hell. Because
Yes.
you can't stop talking,
Because-
and nightclubs stop you from talking. And it
Of
drives you
course!
crazy.
There's no goddamn point to nightclubs for a guy like me. All I do is lose. I'm losing at nightclubs. I'm not winning. I'm a mess in there. Because it takes my one kind of advantage away.
Yeah.
And it produces an environment of all the shit I hate, right? Like, oh, are you good looking enough? Oh, everything is fucking artificial because all you can do is see, you can't hear. So it creates an environment where you must be superficial.
Oh my God, going out is such a pain in the ass. And then there's the problem of trying to get back home, and then you call an Uber, and the Uber driver purposely goes in the longest possible direction, and then you end up paying $30 just to get home. Like, it's the fucking worst. You know what?
We're
Let's all
old.
No, let's just accept the fact that we like Netflix more than going out with our friends. It's okay. You know what I do like, though? Here's what I do like. I like hosting things. I like people coming over to my house or my apartment, and we paint together, and we have a painting.
Oh my God, that's the one thing I might not like.
That's what.
Except nightclubs and painting at Anna's house.
No. Painting is freaking fun, and it's a stress reliever. But look, you're having some wine, you're getting drunk, you're talking shit. It's fucking awesome, right?
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, but
Yeah.
going out to a bar or a club, sometimes restaurants, it's a pain in the ass.
All right, one last thing. Not only do I have people have trouble hearing me, but I have trouble hearing them. My hearing's not that great. So, like, they'll say something like, oh, fuck, what? And then you're done. The minute you say what at a club, you're done. Just go home. Clean up, go home. Okay? Because here's what girls are not interested in. The guy going, what? What? Okay? So, I can't stand nightclubs. So what did you think about Brexit?
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great dance club conversation. Everyone's talking about Brexit. It's all the rage.
Just kidding. Although, when I was younger, I would talk politics, and boy, did that not work.
Shocker.